He's even been putting up posters. Poor man.
I don't just go. Oh, no.
Did you hear, Basil?
I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald. You are Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday. Just like Fabio.
Please accept my... I'm just here to ask questions. Fabio and yourself were slaves, am I correct? You have a similar branding on your body.
Yes. It was a long time ago.
Couldn't help but also notice fresh cuts upon your forearms.
The cuts helped me to forget my past. To cover the old wounds and hide them.
How did you escape?
Something happened. One night the master fell down the stairs. We ran away that day. We managed to get Fabio and I started a new life here. It was very hard at first, but
The bruises on your neck are...
some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite, sometimes.
Let's continue our chat a little later. This is the letter the police found in Mr. Vogel's pocket. Fabio wrote it. Do you know anything about it?
I don't. Although I can feel Fabio's energy. It's there, but it refuses to let me analyze it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I have nothing to add. I don't know what to say. I have nothing to add. I don't know what to say.
This book, The Power of Love, Blood and Mandrake, what do you hope to achieve?
To learn more about the invisible strengths that govern us. Occultism is real. The master who fell that night when Fabio and I escaped, I made him fall. I cast a spell on him and it...
Or was it a coincidence?
The universe is rarely so lazy.
If you say so. Do you practice occult rituals?
For protection? For fortune? To wash away the ugliness of the world? Sometimes to survive. I have the gift, and I'm learning to use it better.
Did you use your gift on Fabio?
I only used white magic. Love charms lately. Fabio became so distant. I just wanted him to be with me, but I suppose I'm not as skilled as I thought.
Good day, Mr. Manchios. I am Constable Oswald's partner in this investigation.
Be quick, and
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer...
that voice. Werner's friend? You're the policeman.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants. Although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this...
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all...
I need to examine you first. You are a little over the top with your use of makeup, Mr. Manchios. Is it so difficult for you to acknowledge your age?
Well, Sherlock, that's easy for you to say to an old man when you look...
But still, it shouldn't be an issue for someone of
For people of my age,
such a methodical man.
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details.
What was Fabio like?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his beauty. Otherwise, I'll be sobbing. His performance...
Possibly.
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your party.
I'm all yours, Sherlock.
I'd like to know who you...
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without... There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties.
Oh, true labor. Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a I
suppose I can't...
He is a free addition to the That's not something I know much about.
Do you recognize...
She didn't ask me.
The things
Do you really believe that blood symbol... My rituals are a stage. That's not something I know much about. You'd better ask someone else. You'd better ask someone else. That's not something I know much about. You'd better ask someone else. I've no idea about that.
I've read this letter from Fabio.
Werner? Strange. I didn't think that...
I'm sure there...
Call me soup.
I've read the letter about your will. A harsh...
Where did you get it? He's a grown man.
And who is he?
He's a leech on my aging body. He has only added...
I fail to see why you made him your...
He needed to... You'd better ask someone else.
Do you have any idea?
Of course.
A good guess, but the wrong one.
What?
Not a very...
What should I call him then?
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio.
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times.
This pair cost a small fortune.
You've thrust a knife. With my experience...
Please let me out.
Could Fabio have written...
Oh. That could be
What do you mean?
money.
Was Fabio afraid?
Not at all. Talk can be forgotten. I know I can handle the news.
There is undeniable evidence that you were the original recipient of this letter.
What are you talking?
Your protege wanted a fresh start, it seems.
Me? Hurt my...
He did not... Do you have any idea...
You were the detective. Perhaps...
I have reason to believe that the intended recipient of the incriminating letter may have been Kurt.
Well, that makes sense. Too bad I can't.
Unfortunately,
I hope your attempt...
you being...
Touché. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I can't follow you here. I can't follow you here. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I can't follow you here. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I don't think I can tell you anything about this.
Let me see what I can do.
You'd better ask me a question I know how to answer.
This letter proves nothing. Fabio wrote it to Mr. Manchios. It's time to free Mr. Vogel.
Do you really think I'm that naive? I need proof, not words from his friend.
Very well. Mr. Pinchetti told me that Mr. Manchios was lavishing Fabio with expensive and eccentric gifts. The letter mentions rich rewards and attempts to buy Fabio with them. It was written to Mr. Manchios. Who else was showering Fabio with luxuries?
Look here. We had a deal.
Well, fine, but you're just wasting time.
continue our investigation while I look for the papers.
The murder of Fabio did not have a ritual purpose, Mr. Manchios. It was staged by a man who wished to distract the investigation.
That might be true. That poor girl Matista wouldn't dare to kill the only man who cared for her. So, Santos.
Mr. Pinchetti snatched at the chance to solve his problems.
Ungrateful little scum. Will he be executed?
But what for? He informed the police as to the crime.
I can't believe it. Why did Werner do it?
Mr. Vogel, he had no reason, and he won't be a scapegoat as you planned. You
can't be serious.
You staged the murder as a satanic ritual. It was easy for you since you were the one who wrote the scenarios for the parties. It was your way of avoiding suspicion. A respectable man in his 60s,
Early 60s.
who hosts the cream of Cordona's society, of course, one of them could have killed Fabio.
I did oversee a few of the
You're at the twilight of your life. You have no partner, you have no children. You had feelings, however, for you loved him. That is, you wished to own him with money and gifts. But he was also a free man, quite unjust. Love, so cruel and painful.
You must surely perceive that my sensitive nature wouldn't...
We can very often deduce someone's life by their shoes or their fingernails. You are a meticulous person, but this murder was fairly traumatic and filthy. After you stabbed Fabio, you were cut. The devil is in the detail.
Nonsense. I missed it.
Of course, a stage. The young performer played with your emotions. That was painful to realize. You spent so much time. You wanted to be loved. But Fabio shattered your dreams. In the smoking lounge, he wanted you to suffer by offering himself to others. The deception was... And then you staged the ritual. You planted the letter in Vogel's pocket.
What poppycock? Sherlock, stop.
There is no stop word, Mr. Manchios. Relax and enjoy it. I'll pass the remainder of this case to... I have a name for you. Kurt Manchios.
Is that so?
The man himself. Mr. Manchios, a deadly revenge that deserves a proper sentence.
A degenerate and a murderer. As for my part, not everything was in place. Perhaps some documents were transferred somewhere else, but I couldn't find a trace of them. The discarded document drawers where we... Everything I've found is on the desk here.
Your persistence has saved me.
Yeah, well, we had a deal after all. Your friend...
Good luck, Constable.
Oh, you did it, Sherlock! The case is closed and all rewards belong to the winner. Bravo!
It is merely the triumph of the truth.
Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
It was the best decision.
You're making progress, Sherlock. I was right. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case...
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power. Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
Oh yes. It's a struggle, but yeah.
What an endless fight it is. You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back.
Did you hear Basilio Copello is in jail? A dead body was found in his showroom.
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
He's even putting up.
Did you hear Basilio?
Garden. There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it all went wrong.
Sherry, it looks like you've almost found what you wanted.
Did you hear Basilio Capello?
He's even been putting up posters, poor man. Losing it may be the death of him.
Home sweet home, Sherry. Sherry, please listen to me. Sherry, you don't have to do this. You don't have to go through. I don't know what is beyond this door, but I can feel it. Buzz, you locked away this memory for a reason. There is only
Pain and truth.
You do not need to suffer either.
John, my animum, my brother, there is nothing more important in this moment than this truth. I know you fear for me, but
Just
quite.
maybe you've it for your own good.